Hello guys, my name is Max Garcia, and today I'm going to be talking about the type of informative speaking that I chose. I chose to talk about reports because I feel like the report is one of the most basic but one of the most versatile forms of speaking that you can choose. We had options to talk about reports, explanations, narratives, and pros and cons. And I feel like reports could be the easiest to talk in. If you were to, speak, you could use a report and it'd be simple, but it'd be effective and you could get your point across quick. Reports are used in almost any job you can think of. You can use them in high school when you're trying to give a report about what your project was. You can use them in your job when you're trying to give a report about a task that you've been assigned with. You can use it with scientists. They give reports about studies they've done in the military, and reports are usually brief, and you have to keep your facts straight, know what you're talking about. Don't go off too much on something, like if you were to do an explanation, because with the explanation you go into more depth about what you're talking about, but with the explanation you don't get to talk about as much with a report. Like I said, reports are more brief, but it covers the whole spectrum, whereas an explanation, it would be more reasonable to talk about one or two things, so that way you could explain those things a little bit better. Although these two ways of speaking are different, they sorry about that, I got distracted a little, but the although explanations and reports are a little bit of the same type, because you're talking about one thing, except it's just that one type of speech, it goes into more depth. They're both almost the same compared to narratives, because the narrative, the speaker is talking in first person, like kind of almost like a story mode, since they're talking in from their point of view. And also comparisons, which in that one it's just pros and cons, talking about differences. And in a way you can see how these last two ones, the narrative and the comparison, could be a little complicated for people that are just now starting off talking in public, whereas explanations and reports are a little more simpler and they're more versatile. But in my opinion, I feel like reports are the easiest and the most efficient, because you don't have to go out of your comfort zone. As a beginner, you can list all your facts and just give a brief talk about what you're trying to go through. And yeah, that's what I talked about today, reports. I hope y'all liked it, and y'all have a good day, good night, whichever one you're watching, whatever time of day.